So the aim for today's experiment is estimation of sulfanilamide by colorimetric method. Now we will come to the principle behind this particular estimation of sulfanilamide by colorimetry. Now, as we are aware of the fact that sulfanilamide is a colorless, almost colorless type of compound, and since we have to estimate in the colorimetric region by its own structural feature which are present in the sulfanilamide, though it will give absorbance in the UV region, but nothing will be seen in the area of colorimetric or visible region, which falls from 400 to 800 nanometer. So for such type of compound, what we are trying to do is we will be estimating the sulfanilamide by doing the diazotization reaction, so that this particular compound will be converted into a diazonium salt. Why it is reacting with the diazonium salt and diazonium reaction? Because sulfanilamide is a type of primary aromatic amine which is having a free amino group here, and this free amino group is capable of reaction with NaNO2 in presence of HCl. Now this particular NaNO2 and HCl, first this will form HNO2 plus NaCl. Now the actual diazotization will be occurring between sulfanilamide and this particular HNO2 in the presence of that media, and the condition we will be maintaining here is around 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, so that the diazotization is completed. Now when this nitrous acid is formed, this nitrous acid is generated due to the reaction of sodium nitrite with the HCl. Now this sodium nitrous acid form will react with the sulfanilamide to convert or to form the diazonium ion of the sulfanilamide. This is the diazonium ion which will be formed after reaction of NaNO2 and this HCl. So likewise the intermediate will be there. We can write it in the form of N double bond N or N2 directly. Now this particular diazo ion form or diazonium salt is capable of reacting with further coupling agent. But before adding the coupling agent, we have to see that the amount of nitrous acid which is generated during this particular reaction, if any unreacted nitrous acid is left behind, so that should be neutralized before we actually do the coupling process. So for that, neutralization of the excess of nitrous acid is done with the help of ammonium sulfamate. So in this reaction, before doing the coupling, excess of nitrous acid is neutralized by ammonium sulfamate. Now coming back to this, once this process is done, excess of nitrous acid is being neutralized, the diazonium salt will be reacting with 1-naphthyl ethylene diamine dihydrochloride we are using as a coupling reagent. Now this 1-naphthyl ethylene diamine dihydrochloride I will draw this side as this is the structure of 1-naphthyl ethylene diamine dihydrochloride. It is a dihydrochloride salt. Now this particular diazonium ion of the sulfanilamide will be coupling with this particular, and we will be getting the combined structure of this This is the final structure of the coupled reaction or the coupled product. Now this particular is having a colored characteristic after addition of this. The colored complex formed after the addition of this particular step will be estimated at 530 to 540 nanometer in the colorimetric region, and this overall process, if you see here, the precaution is you should maintain the temperature. Excess of nitrous acid is to be neutralized before the coupling reagent is being added, so that the product or the complex which is formed will be having a clear color corresponding to the lambda max of this particular complex has been found to be at around 530 to 540 nanometer, and we will be estimating this in the colorimeter. Now, the procedure for preparation of the standard solution as well as the preparation of the sample solution. So first we will see the preparation of standard sulfanilamide solution. Now the stock solution of this particular sulfanilamide we will be preparing, and we will be preparing a solution in distilled water. 1 mg per ml will be obtaining from this. We will be appropriately diluting the stock solution to get 10 microgram per ml of the standard solution, which we will be using as the working solution or working standard solution. Now once this is prepared, what we have to do, we have to take 5 different test tubes. We will serially number them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will be adding the various reagent from time to time so that the reaction can be completed, because diazotization is to be done. So I will be writing in this manner as test tube number, then standard solution volume, then here HCl, which is having one normal HCl, then we will be having NaNO2, or you can vice versa write this NaNO2 0.1% solution, then ammonium sulfamate, and then we will be using around 0.3%, and then 1 methyl diamine dihydrochloride. Now test tube number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. One more column we will be preparing is of water. I will be shifting this here. Standard solution volume, distilled water. Now in test tube number 1, I will be adding 1 ml, then 2, 3, 4 ml, 5 ml of the standard solution. These all are in ml. This quantities whatever I will be adding is in ml. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5 different test tubes which are serially numbered. Then distilled water I will be adding here as 4 in the decreasing order to get a total volume of standard solution along with the distilled water as 5 ml. So in the last test tube, which is number 5, I will not be adding any distilled water because the volume itself is already 5 ml. Now once this is added, total volume has become 5 ml. Now to this I will be adding HCl 2 ml in each test tube. 2 ml of HCl will be added, and once this is 2 ml of HCl is added, then I will be adding 0.1% solution of sodium nitrite as 1 ml in all the test tubes. Now after the addition of say distilled water, HCl and sodium nitrite, I will be waiting for 2-minute period so that the reaction can be completed. If required, you can dip the test tubes in the test tube has to be kept in a cool condition so that the reaction gets completed and there is formation of the diazonium salt or ion of sulfanilamide. Now once this waiting period is over, after that we will be adding ammonium sulfamate, which is 0.05%. Now this 0.05% ammonium sulfamate we will be adding 1 ml in each. Now purpose of adding ammonium sulfamate is already being discussed under the principle. Now addition of this ammonium sulfamate, we will be shaking this particular so that the reaction of ammonium sulfamate with the unreacted nitrous acid will be completed, and at last we will be adding 1 ml of 0.3% 1-methylethylene diamine dihydrochloride in all the test tube, so that the 5 different standard solutions of sulfanilamide are being ready, and this is to be read at 530 to 540 nanometer for its absorbance value. Okay, we will be seeing the preparation of sample solution. So sample solution has to be prepared in the similar manner, but instead of taking 5 different, we will be taking only one sample solution. So I will be writing the sample solution at the bottom here. We will be taking around 3 ml. We will be adding 2 ml distilled water, 2 ml of HCl, 1 ml of sodium nitrate. Again the waiting period will be there. After the waiting period we will be adding ammonium sulfamate, and then we will be adding the one coupling reagent, and we will wait for 3 to 5 minutes for all the test tube so that the reaction is completed, and the reading of the sample like standard will be recorded at 530 to 540 nanometer, and once the reading is being done, then we will come back to the calculation part. I have added to the test tube as per our procedure I am following, and I will be, this is the last test tube where I am adding the ammonium sulfamate for the neutralization of excess of ammonium nitrous acid. Now I will be allowing it for the time being period to get neutralized, and then will be adding 1 ml of 1-methylethylene diamine dihydrochloride, which is our coupling reagent, to the each test tube. So you will see there will be generation of the color after the addition of the N1-methylethylene diamine dihydrochloride. You can see as I am adding the coupling reagent, there is generation of the color, and all this addition has to be done sequentially in all the test tubes at an instance. If suppose you are adding HCl, so you have to add HCl in all the test tubes, followed by NaNO2, then waiting period, then we will be adding 1 ml of ammonium sulfamate to each of the test tube, so that, because in colorimetry it is very important that as the time elapses the color may get further deepen, so that is not advisable. So looking to that particular precaution, we need to add all the reagents in the test tube sequentially, so that there is no such delay of time after the addition. We will be shaking the test tube so that the color is uniformly, or the reagent is uniformly distributed in all the 5 standards. You can see now the color of all the 5 standard solutions accordingly. As far as the concentration is concerned, the color will, after a period of time, like I had added this one, so it has now finally attained its color. So slowly and steadily, this all after a waiting period of some time will be attaining the color, and then we will be going for the measurement in the colorimeter.